Hi, I wanted to take another look at the difference between two operator FM on the Yamaha DX7 and its related models and the Casio VZ-1 phase mode. These two synthesis methods are often confused, but they are it's easy to get confused and think they're the same, but they're not. So the basis of both is sine wave oscillators. So here I've made a simple sine wave oscillator in pure data, and you can see that it uses a phasor and a cosine wavetable. The phasor is actually just a saw wave. And this is what controls the pitch of the sound. Now, to make it a sine wave or a cosine wave, you can't hear the difference, you send it through a wave shaper that turns the sawtooth into a sine wave. Now what happens in FM synthesis is that you have two of these things. So let's duplicate this. Let's call this one the modulator. And here is the big secret, or the big trick. We pull apart the carrier, we remove this connection, and we add a summing stage. And the output of the modulator goes into this summing stage. And now we get to operator FM. And with two operator FM, the thing to keep in mind is that there's four numbers we can play with. There's the frequency of the carrier, the frequency of the modulator, the volume of the carrier, and the volume of the modulator. So the volume of the carrier is just the overall sound. The volume of the modulator is sort of the brightness, and the relation between the frequencies of the carrier and the modulator changes what the bright sound sounds like. So if we set the same frequency on both, we get a static sound. If we make it just a little different, we get a beating effect. And if we make it even more different, we can get a different character. And there are also sounds that just sound weird and don't have a clear pitch. So the relation between these frequencies and this volume are what control the color of the sound. Now what's different in the Casio VZ is that if you use its phase mode, you also have two oscillators. However, this one is disconnected. So now you can make sounds like this. Let's go back to this pitch. So you can sort of get a sine wave. You can make it brighter, just like with FM. But it sounds different. The body is gone. There's more body if you put this one back. This sound is thinner. And you can create a beating effect because, yeah, I can change the frequency of this thing, but this phaser isn't going anywhere. And this is also something that drives me nuts about the user interface of the Casio, is that you have a screen and you can still change this number, and it doesn't say anywhere on the screen that what you're doing is pointless. And then the other weird thing they do on the Casio is that See how I can completely kill the sound by taking this volume to 0. You can take it to 0 on the screen of the Casio, but it has a minimum level, a hidden secret minimum level. And even if you take it to 0 on the screen, it stays at that minimum level so that you always hear sound. So now we're back to Yamaha style FM. Well, that was it. I thought that maybe it would be interesting to see it in a visual way, that the difference here is this missing connection on the Casio, and you just get a different sound. I'll put a link to this Pure Data patch in the video description, so you can download it and play with it yourself if you want. Thanks for watching.